2019 marks 20 years since young people around Australia came together to form the Create Foundation. Create's forerunner, the Australian Association of Young People in Care, was founded in 1993 by Jan Owen.
I was actually working with Save the Children Fund, and we were working with young women in residential care, and through that work we started to hear about some work in the UK around an association that was almost a consumer body for young people who are in care. And we thought, wow, this is really interesting because we can see that young people in care are not actually getting the right platform, they're not getting a seat at the table, they're not getting a say in what's happening to them. We could see that in residential care. Meanwhile, almost at the same time, just a few months earlier, in New South Wales, off the back of a very significant inquiry into residential care, New South Wales as a state had gone ahead and set up a state youth network for young people in care.
The most powerful thing that was happening was the clear focus around empowering young people to take control for themselves. So, because it was new territory for everybody, there was a lot of organisations who provided care for kids. They were interested in hearing stories. But we had a focus around, well, it's not just enough to hear stories. We need to change the system, and one of the biggest ways to change the system is to empower young people to make decisions not only about their lives, but also about how the service is provided to them and the system as a whole.
In March of 1999, young people, staff and supporters from the APIC offices around the country met in Brisbane to form one combined non-for-profit organisation and call it Create. Not an acronym, but an action word, meaning to create opportunities with and for children and young people in care, and thus Create as we know it was born.
It's all about kids connecting with each other, forming relationships, forming friendships, and becoming a family, united, sharing their experiences and bettering themselves.
I used to go into the Create offices and meet new people, meet other kids who had the same experience as me.
The best thing Create does is help kids have a voice.
Create has had a big impact on my life. Since coming to Create, I've actually learned how to public speak and speak up.
That made me into a more of a confident, political, educated and just generally better person.
It made me more confident and it opened my eyes to the problem we have in our system.
I think they've just enabled children to have their say and speak up and be a part of a place that will lead them to achieve the proper goals in their life.
After I did that first workshop, I loved it. It was so great.
Create has changed a lot of things for me, and I feel like it could change a lot of things for other people like me.
It's been an amazing journey. I've got so many highlights and so many awesome experiences from it. From the young people that we get to work with every day and watch their growth in terms of walking through our door for the first time and feeling a bit nervous and a bit shy and not really understanding how to use their voice, to going up on stage and presenting in front of people and talking about stuff that they're really passionate about and seeing change, grow from that.
What's so great about Create is that they're advocating on every level for the young people of Australia to make sure that they have the best possible experience in care and the best possible chance at life.
The way that Create has managed to collaborate and to bring others to this story, to translate what was happening for children and young people into stories and into campaigns and into reports that actually enabled other people to take action.
The impact that Create has had on the care system is that it has connected lots of people from government areas as well as from non-government areas to work together with the aim of making changes that are wanted by young people.
We've done lots of work and been very passionate around leaving care, and this year is actually the first time that we're going to be able to give support to young people up to the age of 21 leaving care, which has been a really long-term sort of fight.
To hear directly from young consultants, from children and young people with a care experience or who have transitioned from care, it's just a vital part of being reminded about the focus we need to have, the purpose of what we do and why we're doing it, and the essential need to actually test what we think might work against actual views and experiences of young people.
I think one of the massive moments here in Queensland was I was working over in the Albion office, and we had changes to our legislation that included a commitment to young people to 25. So that's really exciting and a massive achievement for us all to celebrate.
The advice that we get from the young people through Create really does influence our way of working, and we want to continue listening to the voices of young people through Create and continue to improve the way we work with those young people.
Well, Create's done some amazing work over the years to show what's the problems with the system from the perspective of children and young people.
My original thought about Create was that it was the ultimate mecca for workers to head towards, in the sense that it was everything that we all wanted to do, but with the parameters around working for the department or agencies you weren't able to get to. So for me it was about the freedom to be with children and young people, to engage with them in a really meaningful, down-to-earth way and to affect change from a grassroots level.